Welcome to In the Seams. I'm Meg Goodman, and I host the So and So podcast. Today we're with Amanda Murphy talking about her BERNINA Dream Studio. Hi, Amanda.
Hey, how are you?
Great. It's good to have you with us today. We want to know about your BERNINA Dream Studio, and we want you to tell us what's in it.
Well, a lot of Berninas are in my dream studio, so it's pretty nice. Um, I have two Q series in the studio. So I both a sit down, a Q16 sit down, and a Q24 on the classic frame. So I have my quilting covered, and then I have a 790 plus to piece on. And I have a Bernina L890 serger, which is amazing. Although I'm a very beginning serger person, it is an amazing machine. And then I have a Bernina machine in a quilt that's coming out this fall, so that was fun. And then I have a cutting area and a sewing cabinet, and then just it's kind of graphic, some artwork that we just chose to put in there.
What's your favorite thing about your dream studio?
My Q24 and a pro frame, a classic pro frame. It is really hard to pick favorites, from amongst all your babies, but that is the machine that just speaks to me, although I love all the others too.
So tell us what it was like to design your BERNINA Dream Studio.
Well, I had just moved into a new house. So, and the third floor we've set up for filming. So it has the long arm on the frame, it has my sit down machine, it has the sergers up there. So it has a bunch of things. It's not as decorated as the one that I designed with you guys because I haven't had time. So it was actually nice because we did the layout like that upper room with the stairs coming up. So I could kind of play around with it, which means like in real life, maybe one day I'll be able to decorate it as nicely as the one in your campaign because it's not that decorated yet.
I know, but things to come. It sounds like a nest. It sounds wonderful.
Yes, I think and what you didn't see is all the filming lights I have up there. So those we didn't put in the studio um on online, but in reality I have a lot of filming lights up there too, and tripods and things like that.
Amanda, what is your top tip or item recommendation for someone who's creating their own BERNINA Dream Studio?
Well, I think you have to think about how you'd use the space, like the machines you use most often, and how you can organize the space to really make it work. I know that when I look at people's studios, like they show me pictures of studios when they come up at the festival booth, etc. And one of the ways they make things work is they might have a Q series sit down, but they don't have a big sewing studio. So maybe they have shelving underneath and on top that make that space more functional, right? Or maybe they have a machine on casters. Another thing I see is people taking the cabinets that have hydraulic lifts, or the sewing machines that have hydraulic lifts, and using it like as a cutting table because you have that hydraulic lift. So you can raise and lower it. And so it doubles. Like when you're not using, for instance, the Q16 on this horn table I have behind me, when you're not using it to quilt, maybe you're piecing, but you're using the table to cut and you can adjust the height. So I think it's really important to use the space and make it versatile. Most of the time, we're either piecing or quilting or serging. So if you can think of different ways to use that space, it's helpful.
Amanda, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to head over to BERNINASweepstakes.com for your chance to win the BERNINA $100,000 Dream Studio Sweepstakes.